All right, guys, welcome back to Rival Kings, episode 3. How we doing today, guys?
I'm doing fantastic today. How about you guys?
That's awesome.
You know, I'm chilling. Glad to be here, present in the moment. So
Nice. So I know M over here has an interesting update for us, but as always, we're going to start out with the fake sponsor of the podcast. Who's your fake sponsor there, Big P?
oh man, my fake sponsor has to be barbells. I like working out. I just like how much weight I can carry on those barbells. You know, my relationship right now is as strong as a barbell. I think it's like the top tier level of strength. So shout out to barbells.
That just sounds very painful. You know how much I can put on one barbell? It's like my love. It's strong.
405 pounds of deadlift of my love. Yes.
How are you lifting these?
Straight up
With his
from
legs?
the ground. From the ground.
All right, well, that's for episode 4. We're going to revisit that for episode 4. Miguel, do you have is this a real sponsor or is this a fake sponsor?
So this is going to be half and half. So I did let my sister know what I'll be doing today. So my fake / real sponsor is going to be the Village Dog. Best hot dogs ever. They make all different types of styles. Chicago, chili dog, a couple weird ones as well. But at the end of the day, the taste is there. I'm pretty sure you would like that wiener in your mouth there, Tyler.
I am a glizzy goblin, as most of the fan base knows.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
But,
not for OF. No.
Yeah.
That's his professional page, LinkedIn.
Come back to Patreon.
LinkedIn glizzy goblin. Yeah, but no. Hey, I mean, I think everybody enjoys a good wiener. You know,
Roasted, especially.
ooh.
Especially from the village.
Do they roast them there, or how do they
I have no
do
idea.
their dogs? We got to visit.
Yes, we do. She did invite us, so we have a chance to go stop by and check it out. But I'm actually really excited because Chicago style hot dogs was always one of my favorites. So kind of going back to the old days.
Nice. I like it. I have a fake sponsor of the day.
Okay.
You guys are gonna love this.
Let's hear it.
Here's a surprise. I got a surprise for you. Okay.
Why does he keep staring at me?
I know you're really gonna love this. Okay. So this is actually a return fake sponsor from I think from maybe episode 2,
Okay.
Okay.
but we're gonna do a taste test, or you could also say
Did you?
that it's a sniff test.
Yes.
All right, Big P, what flavor do you want?
Oh, yeah, I got the good one.
If you have mango,
I do
the
have
one.
mango.
Oh, how did you know?
Ooh,
How
there
did
you
you
go.
know?
Yeah. Well, I
The
also
gods
have
must-
watermelon, and I was like,
Wow. You know
But,
what? I would actually take the watermelon.
I
You-
appreciate
You want
the-
to try the watermelon?
Absolutely not. I
you wanna
prefer
switch it
green
up?
tea all day, every day.
He loves the green.
He's
tea.
not invited to the cookout.
Okay.
After
Whoa,
denying
whoa, whoa, whoa.
watermelon.
Hey, look, I love watermelon. Okay.
Oh, I just like regular. It makes sense, you know.
It
Basic.
kind of does.
basic
Wait, you gotta shake
white.
it. Remember,
Okay.
you gotta shake
So
it.
show us how to do it.
All right, so all you gotta do is
Okay.
simple. That's all. You're gonna mix it up. All the
You gotta
flavors.
do
are
the
gonna
finger.
go.
Okay.
Yep. And then you stop.
This is how Bob Evans does it.
This is
exactly how
they did it.
You gotta tap the
Tap the
can.
top. Yep.
Okay.
And then crack it open like a cold beer.
Okay. Wait. I
Oh.
was gonna do a countdown.
All
Let's go, big.
right,
Sorry.
let's try
One,
this again. 1,
two,
2, 3.
3.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Man, it's so good.
All right.
A good sniff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know what a mango smells like, so I feel like fake Africans would agree.
What are you doing?
Is this the mango tree? Why is it in the bottle? This is a free can. It's an African.
Oh, African.
An Arizona free can.
We're getting canceled before we even start. That's what's going on.
All right,
So-
gentlemen. Cheers. to episode 3
Yes, sir.
in the books. We're gonna have so much fun today, guys.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we planned this out very well.
No, we didn't. But
no.
you know what? This is pretty great.
It's bussin'.
Yep.
It is.
All right.
No
We need
artificial color, no artificial flavor. I mean, it has. It's bussin'.
That's good.
And you gotta have that honey with that green tea. There's nothing more better than honey and green tea mixed together.
Can I throw that over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man. Sweet.
You gotta make sure the labels are showing.
That's nice.
All right.
For when they
Arizona.
So when they
Arizona gives us the big
only
bucks.
the mango is unique.
Honestly, if Arizona just sent us some drinks,
Oh, absolutely.
I'd be pretty happy about that.
Yeah,
If I can stockpile on some Arizona green teas by
Mhm.
far, I would definitely have it.
Heck yeah.
I'll use the
That's
cans
good.
to build a house.
Yeah.
So I have a question though.
Okay.
How much was the one can?
It was actually $1.29. I
What
was
is-
wrong.
What
It
is
was-
going on, guys?
What?
Look, when I was in high school, the one thing I always said was this.
Mhm.
If Taco Bell raises, I know you don't like Taco Bell, but if Taco Bell were to raise their dollars tacos, that's where times are tough. Then it raised to $1.19. So now you're telling me Arizona went from $1 to $1.25. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Thank you.
You know what though? I do want to give a shout out to Taco Bell because I found something out the other day, and I'm proud of Taco Bell. All right, they have I think it's called the Cravings Box.
Ooh.
All right, it's $5, 3 tacos and a drink. That's pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Taco Bell's they're trying to help out. Times are tough.
This is true. But do you get the cinnamon twist or do you get the chips and nacho cheese?
Well, clearly I go with the deluxe Cravings box, and that's
deluxe?
$10.
What does it have?
Well, you get like this chicken taco.
Ooh.
It's pretty good with like a spicy ranch in it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. And I get a bean and cheese burrito, which we know what's going to happen later after that. It happened the other day.
Schmitty.
And then I don't know about that.
Schmitty love.
And then it has a chalupa, and I think it has cinnamon twists in it. And you get a drink, $10. It's pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
I like it. So I have a topic for today.
Okay.
However, do you guys have anything that you want to say, or do you want to save that for
I want to save it more towards the Patreon because
Episode 4?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
going to do an update on Bob Evans' new menu style. I should say.
They revitalized the menu.
Yes.
Nice.
Is it to your liking?
Let's just say I think Bob Evans is definitely going to have return customers for sure.
I think I need to go to Bob Evans. See
No.
what's up.
I'm greedy.
See what's up. I'm gonna go to Bob Evans and watch. Okay. We'll save that for episode 4.
He's just be in the corner with his phone and a red balloon. Don't mind me, guys. Just watching.
It's just me. So
What's up, brother? In the corner, brother. Just
Hey.
watching, brother.
Tuesday.
Hey.
Special team. Tyler in the corner waiting.
Left wing, brother. I'm seeing you, Miguel. Take that, Bob Evans, brother.
yeah.
So what we got for today?
We're getting
Tyler?
kicked out of YouTube. Okay, so I know we just dropped our first episode last week. I know some people have seen it. I still have to actually make it not private. Okay, on YouTube. I was just doing a little test run, you know. But a lot of people were asking about 2 things. One thing were, what do we think about aliens? Not to be Joe Rogan over here, but what do we think about aliens? And then also like cryptids and magic. And I know that where Big P is from, like kind of magic and dark,
Yeah.
what is it, like
Voodoo, your
dark
voodoo?
magic?
Nah, voodoo. It's not voodoo. That's
Oh no, something.
it's actually just black magic in general.
Okay.
The voodoo, it's practiced in Caribbean, so it's their type of black magic.
All right. Yeah.
Most of it, I think, it's driven by ocean spirits. That's why we are landlocked, so we don't have like access to any sea. So,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that was a topic that a few people brought up that we should kind of like talk about, and I
Okay.
feel like that's a pretty easy thing to
So-
talk about.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
When you mean alien, what do you mean?
not you.
Not you, my brother.
I just wanted to make sure.
And
I
I'm
wanted to
one,
make sure.
but I do. I was.
I love that. I love that. P and I, we were locked in.
The biggest were locked in. I guess the baddest.
Actually, that's another good topic for a different day.
I agree.
Illegal aliens.
Are
Yeah.
they really stealing our jobs? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing about that. The jobs nobody wants. I mean,
Right? Come on. Like, are you really gonna wake up around 3:00 in the morning to really, bust your ass out there? Be garbage man. See, now I just sound bogus to my own kind. I'm gonna be quiet now.
no, I mean, hey, if you guys want to go down this road, we totally can. Just given my opinion, America, the United States, is all built on immigration for the most part. So, like, hey, was I born here? Well, I was, but like, I'm sure like I'm Scottish, Irish descent. Maybe German in there or something like that.
At the end of the day, the U.S. is just a big melting pot of different cultures and nationalities. But here's the thing: the way I see it. You had your chance and you didn't get the job. Too bad. Someone else did got it, but they're busting their ass off on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing: people like stereotypes when it comes to jobs, because that's literally stereotyping. Like, oh, because he's Hispanic, he has to work as a gardener. And the people are gonna hire you based off that stereotype
This is very
because
true.
they know your work ethic is good. It's not based off because you're Hispanic. They know about work ethic. Now, when it comes to other stereotype, oh no, you can't be doing that. I feel like America is a big part of Gumbo that you just picked up from the street. You know, the Gumbo from like the street kids and like
Hey, gumbo
underneath-
sounds pretty good right now, though. Gumbo
in the
food.
Shrimp gumbo?
That's what I'm trying.
What kind of gumbo are you talking about?
I don't even know if it was a thing. Gumbo is a thing.
Yeah, it's food.
I thought it was only like in cartoons.
No, gumbo's real, man. Down south.
What do they put in it?
Whatever you want.
You got shrimp. They have these kind of sausages.
So
Yeah,
it's like
there's
it's like a big pot of heart attack.
Most definitely. Yes,
Yeah, I
most
mean,
definitely.
a little bit.
Carteret.
bit. Gotta dip some bread in there.
Yo, bread and soup do
Mm.
go good and good together.
Mm-mm.
But no, but you're right. People will definitely look at somebody and then just stereotype on what they look like to what they're gonna be. If they're gonna be good for the job or not, right off the bat. So, what the funny thing is that I did apply for a landscaping company back in the day, and then also applied for Panera Bread.
Mm-hmm.
Landscaping company, they just looked at me and was just, what's your name? When can you start? That was it. That was the interview. It was literally 2 minutes of the interview. But then when I went to Panera Bread, I had like an hour interview. Like, I felt like they were trying to get me to be a president or something. Asking me all sorts of questions, and then realizing when I was there, I was the only Hispanic there.
They're like,
And
you probably know the secret behind the Panera.
They probably thought I was the one cooking everything. They're like, oh, they finally gave him a promotion. He's up front.
They're like, finally,
I made it.
Miguel has been arised.
Look, Mom, I told you I can do it.
I rode that bike up to the top of Panera.
I'm no longer cooking the food.
I'm the cashier. Free tacos for everyone.
Were you making tacos at Panera Bread?
You know
Do they
what?
even have tacos?
They don't have tacos, but
No.
screw you, first of all.
What do you?
I just remember grabbing the baguettes, cracking them open, and then literally just taking it home, putting sour cream, putting taco meat, doing all the 9 yards, and having like a little taco sandwich with the baguette, and it was actually really good.
Okay, so it's like a
So you
makeshift taco.
Yes,
You
yes.
worked at Panera Bread.
I did work in Panera Bread.
How long
yeah.
were you there?
About 3 months.
Then
Because you
where
were
did you work?
Were you taking all the baguettes?
They found
No,
out.
they just got mad because I kept taking the ones that were gonna throw away.
Oh,
It was like you weren't gonna donate them. I'll take them.
Donate them to me.
Exactly.
baguette bandit. Employee of the month.
It's like, why is our dumpster always empty? Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Them,
Hey, man.
Hey man.
them damn raccoons. Them eating them damn raccoons.
Howard, the raccoons came back and they're eating all the bagels.
Stingy bastards.
Yeah.
My bad.
I love that a lot of our fans are like, you guys need more structure. Man, we're like,
We're on it now.
we're so far out right now.
Where were we at? Aliens and magic.
Aliens,
Oh, yeah.
magic, then illegal aliens,
Oh yeah, so we stopped at the
Then-
we stopped at the legal.
then Panera Bread.
ADHD to the max. But look, at the end of the day, aliens, yes, real outer space aliens, not the one we have here in home, guys. I do believe in them. I absolutely do believe in them. Why? Because you got to think about it. The galaxy is not only the galaxy, space itself is constantly expanding as time goes by. So you're saying that we're the only people on this giant empty space void, whatever.
Yeah.
So I do believe there is life out there. Now, do they look like us? Maybe.
Probably
Maybe
not.
not. But if you go into like every science fiction novels you read as a kid, or even just basic concept of everything, I do believe in a multi-universe. So I do believe in the different galaxies. There is planets like ours, and they have people like us literally living different lifestyles. But that's just my thought.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. So, our galaxy probably has, I would think quite a few inhabitable worlds. And what's to say that it has to be Earth-like, right? Life can evolve from probably anything.
Yes.
So, like, even, Europa or Saturn or Jupiter or whatever, they could have completely different beings. They might not be to our level.
Oh, absolutely. Evolution in general.
Yep.
So I have a question though. So here in America, right? Do you guys believe in magic? I'm not talking abracadabra, Doctor Strange shifting walls and shit. Okay.
I do believe in spiritual magic, if that's what you're meaning, but I do believe there's something there that we just haven't grasped yet.
Okay.
Now, I do believe there are some people who actually can see things or understand something on a different level, because we're all different in one way or another. We're not hardwired the exact same way. So I do believe there are different traits that will make you just unordinary, I guess you can say. Because there was a kid, I don't know if it was in China or the Philippines, who he had crystal blue eyes, but he literally was able to see in darkness. He had night vision built inside of him in a way. And they didn't believe him, but he was literally, he was on the news and everything, and he was literally just walking through this maze, pitch dark. There was no light whatsoever, and he was just perfectly fine. Like it was nothing.
So, because with that being said, I grew up watching TV, so back home, right? Poor class, middle class. We're not really like the poor class. Probably middle to upper class in between there. But if you were to ask a regular African, anyone who probably does not speak good English, we do not know what aliens are. This is my phenomenon and understanding. We have black magic. You guys have aliens. That's a form of magic, which I honestly do not think it's real. We've never. That's what I'm telling you. We don't believe in aliens. Aliens are now a thing of, because we have black magic, like things you can actually see, things that happen like within your daily normal lives, not things that you will be like, oh, I heard of this, oh, it looked like a spaceship. Nothing that's really true. It's all abstract and it's all like fragmented. We have physical, tangible evidence that shows that black magic is real. That's why I feel like I don't believe in aliens, because I've seen some black magic stuff. And what people so-called aliens, there are people out there cutting their own tongues, people evolving, modifying themselves to look like aliens.
I don't think that's evolving. I think that's devolving, if anything.
So imagine you someone who's not used to America just comes and sees a person that's an alien to them. They're like, they look like the ones from Men in Black. Literally. This dude, tattoo in his eyes, his tongue is split in two, holes in his face. I was like, Diablo. El
For
Diablo.
No.
But yeah, that's my take on that.
I just want to get this straight.
Yeah.
So what Big P is saying is, if there is something that he can't or his people can't describe, or it's outside of their realm of
Understanding.
then that would be considered magic.
I took it that way too, and then for him, they do seem like they're strong believers of seeing is believing more than anything. Like he said, he's seen physical evidence, proof that black magic is a real thing. Now I don't know about you, but I've never seen it or experienced it. But like I said, I still believe in different phenomena that actually could happen in this world, because we're all made of atoms and matters and all this other stuff, right? And our brains are actually supposed to be like this great power that we already have, but we only use 10% of our brains.
I agree. Yeah.
I believe there have been not modifications, but like disformities in a way where your brain probably was able to unlock a little bit more, so you're able to do black magic or do different things in general, because everybody has like a weird trait they can do themselves that no one else can, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah.
I feel like you are both right,
But
just from my perspective. So I would like to think that there's always an explanation for things. It just might not be what you originally think it is. So what I'm getting at is that, okay, aliens. When I think of an alien, I think of something from another planet,
Outer space, yeah.
right? But also, I don't know what the time frame was, but there was a time where we didn't know about like the infrared spectrum, right? So, for example, I know there was like a scientist that had a prism, and they sent a beam of light in, and they saw the all of the light refract out of it, but there was one part that you couldn't see that was really hot. There was like one part of the prism that was like really, really hot. And he goes, well, wait a minute. Just because I can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there.
Okay.
And that's how they realized about the infrared spectrum and then the ultraviolet spectrum, which I believe is on the other side of that refraction, right? So what I'm thinking is like, hey, spirits, right? People obviously move on to the next life.
I see dead people.
But like I'm just saying, like,
we're not talking about your money. talking about your hundreds, Benjamins.
All
dead.
But yeah, I mean, hey, just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So like I would consider that to be, is that more magic? Because it's not an alien. Is that like just another phenomenon
exactly
that we're
like
that
a form of sorcery
that we're not aware of, right? And then the other thing too is like, hey, alien what about different dimensions?
Yes,
there are different dimensions. So let's say that for every action that you've ever taken in your life, there is another
counter reaction.
There is another dimension where same exact people, same exact thing. However, that one decision, kind of splits off and another dimension's created. What if that in another dimension they're tunneling through? Is that an alien, or is it a thing from a different dimension?
Or is it my cousin Felipe? No, I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Felipe. But the other thing too is I always thought that, what if aliens are not aliens? What if they are us from the future? Okay, what if these beings are time traveling backwards to? When you think of an alien, right? You think like the Greys.
I was thinking more green.
Oh, well, so a lot of people.
What about you? What color do you think they are, real quick?
I don't believe in them. I don't think they have any color.
Well,
they're see-through.
I just think they try to put it as a green, blue, gray. Those three colors. You know how if it's like being projected, it's blue, but if it's like in a movie, it's like gray, and then if it's in a cartoon, it's green. I feel like those colors are targeting certain things. I feel like Aliens is American propaganda.
I mean, I don't know. Could be. It could be covering up something else.
I just don't want to get deported, so I'm not going to answer that one.
Well, the only thing I was going to say is that, hey, what if these aliens are just humans from the future traveling back, and I'm talking maximum conspiracies over here.
It makes
Joe
sense,
Rogan
though. It
style.
really makes sense because, like they said, for light to travel across space itself, so what was it from here to the super planet they found?
Yeah.
It was like they said it was 100, 300 light years away or something like that. I do believe in what you're saying, different dimensions and everything, but the way I see it as well is that time's constantly expanding itself. There is no end time. There's only end times for us because we do have an expiration date. But time itself is going to be infinite. So I do believe if we were to get visitors from another planet, I do believe it might just be us, like you said, from the future, just to let us know, like, hey, let's not vote for this guy.
Or hey, here's
You've been watching too much American Dad.
I'm gonna end my shtick with this, right? So I'm like thinking, like, why would people be coming back? Like these aliens that have maybe 100,000 years are traveling back. Well, all of the accounts of these aliens are that they're short, gray, blue, whatever, but they don't like really have any external reproductive stuff, right?
I don't know. Have you seen Scary Movie 3? The Finger? You've never seen that movie?
No.
Okay.
But no, what I'm just getting at is like, hey, what if in the future they're cloning themselves, okay? And they just put their mind into another clone. But if you're cloning yourself, you're not reproducing.
No.
So you're just copying, copy, and then eventually the copy
runs out of ink.
Right? Like there's not enough genetic material to keep copying. So what do? You go back in time and get some genetic material.
First of all,
right? And then you go back.
I want to spin off of that real quick.
Okay.
So, what if? All right. What if
they're going to Bob Evans?
Yeah.
The aliens are going to Bob Evans.
I wanted to make
get
sure what the
I'll
genetic
meet you there.
material.
I'll meet you there. But
That's
no,
why they look like Miguel. I
my
mean,
thing
M.
is-
Sorry. Damn.
You're fine. My thing is this.
Immigrant.
Bob Evans, I'm coming back.
To
But my
get
thing is-
genetic material in turkey form.
No, I don't want to give any more genetic material to anybody else anymore. I'm done. But my thing is this. You know how now they're really focusing on the AI systems and everything like that?
Yeah.
And how I think it was Elon Musk made their very first AI robot.
Okay. Yeah.
So what if, like you said, it's people from the future coming back from the past? But what if AI got so advanced in the future that obviously eradicated us, but
And made
then,
aliens. Okay.
yes, off of our DNA to see what is the perfect species in their programming or whatever. And that's why you have the weird shaped bodies, because it's just modified DNA at that point. So what if aliens are actually just like you said, us, but they were just modified in like capsules and whatnot? Because nowadays, do you know that a female does not have to hold the child in their stomach no more? They have incubators now.
Yeah.
So what makes it different from them doing that in the future? And what if aliens?
Nothing.
But here's the thing, though.
And if I go missing, guys, the government's onto me because I came up with this whole
Hey,
conspiracy.
listen. If he goes missing, then that means people are watching.
that means
I'm
we're
okay
making
with-
money.
I'm okay with it.
Probably Arizona.
I'm good.
You can keep him.
This will be the new merch.
Keep sending us the tea.
Now you see me, now you don't.
So with
I put the laptop too far away. Give me a second. You guys keep going. I'm going to
So-
check this out real quick.
with what you said, it definitely makes. I mean, it's a very good debate. My thing is, when they say UFO, unidentifiable object, whatever,
Flying object, yeah.
right? Based off, let's say back then, because the incubators have been a thing back then, so I believe that aliens are not things from the future. These were ideas from the past, from previous past scientists, because they had mad scientists back in the day. They had no laws for science back in the day. I've seen some movies where people are selling bodies for science. Frankenstein. So
What was it, back in the 70s or 60s when the mental patient hospitals were open? The doctors were literally performing experiments on the mental patients.
so what if
Well, that was back in World War II. I mean, that was a major thing in Nazi Germany. I mean, they were doing some really messed up stuff. But that's for podcast number 2 or number 4 if you guys want to get into that.
No, most definitely.
and like look at that. So what if things that we see, we call them aliens, but these are people with deformation, physical, because it does happen. They say wherever a nuclear bomb explodes, I think for 50 years you're gonna have kids born with deformity. Japan, look at Japan.
Oh, yeah.
For the Down syndrome, like a lot of physical and mental genetic deformations come from very few chemicals. So what if things now we are seeing now have been perfected? The ideas from 1400s, or that's my take.
Mhm.
If that's the case, I do believe that's a thing, though. I don't believe aliens are something from outer space. I do believe there are people with, things that look in that manner. I just don't think it's anything that's external. It's eternal.
No, yeah. That makes actually a lot of sense. And it's creepy to think about.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's probably both. It's probably both. I know you're not into this stuff. Right. But, I mean, what was it? It was a few months back that the government disclosed that, yes, there are ships and things that they have recovered that are not from this world.
Recovered.
Yeah, but yeah. And then all I look at is that when that like the whole Roswell crash that occurred, and that was what, back in like the 1930s, something like that. The technology that we have, we were like, hey, steam engines, right? Dude, in like the period of 100 years after Roswell happened, oh my, it's like a leapfrog.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Like how, like that's crazy.
Exactly. And if you think about it, what if we are actually just taking what we find, these weird objects and all this other stuff, and just modifying it for ourselves?
Reverse engineering.
Exactly.
And then, yeah. I mean, dude.
Area 51?
Yeah. Well, hey, look at touchscreens.
Look, okay, let's think of this, right? Here's the thing that always blew my mind, that I always thought that it's the littlest things that you really don't really think about. So back in my day, I should say,
Back in the day.
back in the day when I was just a young little boy,
A little terrible.
I always thought cassette players, CDs, were like futuristic, out of this world kind of thing. Like, how are you going to have this flat disc and have a whole movie on there?
Yep.
How does it read it? How does it was it pictured on there? Is it
Lasers.
exactly? So imagine
Where
that.
did we?
Or sending when you're on the phone with somebody, if it was a cordless phone or not, when you're on the phone, how are they hearing your voice being transferred? How's the transfer happening? So that's where it's just like it blew my mind. But now thinking about it with all this other stuff is like you said, reverse engineering. What if we just found the technology and said, you know what, I made it.
I just think it's too crazy that 1920s, 1930s, everything was like coal and burning wood, right? And then once again, I think Roswell happened like right around what 1930s or something.
I think so. It wasn't it. The
and then
30s?
it was just weird. It was just weird that like, and then they learned how to split the atom
in a 10-year gap.
Right, and then it just.
Well, yeah, but think of it. Wasn't there like, not to get into conspiracy theories, but wasn't there conspiracy
We're deep
theories
in
that
it
there
right
was
now.
a decade that kind of just flew by that no one really ever remembered? And I think it was around the 30s, where I guess around that time they were experimenting something or whatever. I don't remember the whole story, but I remember hearing about it, that there's a legit 10-year gap that no one can ever really recall. But a lot of things were changing in the background. I'm going to have to look it up for the next episode, guys.
Yeah,
'cause that
check
was
into
actually
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but hey, guys, I think that's been our time.
Oh.
Because we're trying to keep it a little light,
Yeah.
not hour long podcast for right now. But hey, we're gonna wrap it up. You guys want to give any more shout outs? You want to say anything before we close out and go to the next one?
I got two.
Okay.
Shout out to my kids. You guys are awesome. Pain in my ass. Sorry, YouTube. And another shout out to the people who are watching. Come see us on Patreon. It's gonna be a lot more fun. We get a little bit more in depth with things, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
I can be uncensored for once, so I don't have to hold back.
For once, Big P.
Yo, shout out to everyone who tuned in. Shout out to my family. They've been posting and reposting. So
Hey,
shout out to my girl. She made cookies.
Those cookies.
yo,
I'm giving a shout out to
yes.
those cookies.
Shout out to the cookies.
absolutely.
I'm gonna need to get another one.
Yes.
Unless
we need to start a business, but Arizona, we can have a deal.
Hey,
Tea and
Arizona cookies.
that's
Ooh,
right.
tea and-
Aight, we get a little bit of tea and cookies. Aight.
I got a spot of tea and some cookie and some crumpets, okay?
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. We'll catch you in the next one.
Arizona.